And a pleasant good evening, everyone. We welcome you to Indianapolis Tech High School. It is game one of our semifinals, the City Alliance Tournament, right here on IndianaSRN. Game one, the Fighting Irish of Cathedral coming in at 11-4 on the season. They've won 5 out of their last 6. They'll be taking on the Tigers of Indianapolis Attucks. They come in at 9-7. They've won 4 in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. By Burtner Electric, your licensed and experienced electricians serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sports with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 service, 1 solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Great to have you with us tonight. We're excited to be here as well. Troy Naragowski, Clark is along with us as well. And I'll tell you what, we got a great matchup, not just game one. You heard the guys talk about it a little bit ago. We're going to have a great one in game 2. But this first one has a lot of storylines heading into this first game.
You're exactly right, Troy. It's great to be here and great to be at Arsenal Tech High School. Good atmosphere, crowd starting to fill in. Really expect an excellent game. As you said earlier, both teams have won 5 of the last 6 contests. Coming in playing some really good basketball, and we expect nothing less heading into tonight's first semifinal action.
All right, let's break down these two teams. We're going to start with the Indianapolis Attucks. You know, you're going to look at their 9-7 record, but boy, what they did against Chittard. They won at 61-59 just a couple of days ago. They were down at the half, and they go on an 18-4 run in that third quarter. Though they were outscored in the fourth quarter, they hold on for a big win.
You know, the key word that comes to me, Troy, is explosiveness. You know, Christian Munn averaging over 20 points a game. Latrell Williams is averaging double figures. Ron Rutland III is 9.5. Those guys can really get after the basketball, can really take it to the hole and score in multiple ways.
Well, I'll tell you what, you talk about Attucks, 54% shooting in that game against Chittard. They were 16 of 30 from the free throw line. They finished with 11 steals. The one concern, and I know we'll talk a lot about this coming up in just a few moments, might be the amount of turnovers they committed in that game. But you look, you already mentioned a moment ago, Christian Nunn, the 6'4 senior, averaging 21 points per game. He finished with 28 points and 12 rebounds in that game. Briscoe, by the way, the guy we'll keep an eye on, a very young guy at freshman, averaging 5.9 points and 10.8 rebounds, 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. Williams had 15 points in the game as well. But I got to ask you a little bit, 30 turnovers is a lot of turnovers and still get a win. I don't think they can do that tonight.
That'll be a tough ask, certainly for this ball team. You got to be able to control the ball. It reminds me of the old John Wooden quote, be quick but don't hurry, right?
Exactly.
They want to play fast. They want to get up and down. They want to get as many transition baskets as possible, but they got to do it with some control. You're going to face a veteran ball club today with a lot of size. You got to be able to make sure you limit your turnovers. 30 turnovers, that's 30 opportunities. You're not getting an offensive shot. So there's going to be some, obviously, in a game, but you got to limit those mistakes, especially when you're going up against a high-quality team like Cathedral.
Clark, I got to ask you, too, you know, Attucks has played some very good teams this year. They played at North Central, lost that one by 11. They go to Lawrence North, lost that one 60-39. They lose to a Gary 21st Century team. Maybe their signature win was over Chittard because they were undefeated. What kind of confidence does that give this team going in against a Cathedral team, which undoubtedly is favored tonight?
Oh, it gives them supreme confidence. Not only was that a big victory over an undefeated team, it was at their place.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, going into a house-style environment, city tournament, huge crowd, student section there, they got to have confidence in knowing that they can go into a place and compete. They played a tough schedule, as you mentioned, Troy, and certainly have enough confidence to come in here tonight and compete with Cathedral.
All right, on the other side of the ledger, Cathedral comes in at 11-4. They've won 5 of their last 6. They really had an easy time with Indianapolis, Washington in the quarterfinals. They got the bye in the first round. They beat Washington 77-40, so they weren't tested in that one. But I tell you what, you talk about a team that is loaded, it is the Fighting Irish of Cathedral.
Well, Troy, watching tape, what impresses me is how many multiple perimeter shooters they have. Couple that with their length, and they're able to, because of that length, gamble on defense. That can funnel that offensive team into the paint. Their length can cause problems. They rebound the ball well. a well-rounded, well-balanced team.
Well, we're going to break them down a little bit more coming up in a couple moments because they have a lot of weapons going into this one here tonight. This is Game 1, the City Alliance semifinals. All the action is right here on IndianaSRN.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Welcome back to Indianapolis Tech High School. You're watching exclusive coverage of the City Alliance semifinals, the championship game coming up on Monday night. Great setting here tonight. A lot of electricity in the air for this first game between Attucks and Cathedral. Clark, we were talking a little bit about Cathedral. We didn't get into the meat of this basketball team yet, but it all is surrounding Tayshawn Comer. Guy going to Eastern Kentucky, 6'2", a senior averaging 16.5 points per game. Talk a little bit about Tayshawn Comer.
He's got a complete game. He really likes to shoot it from deep, and he can make it from deep. And I look for him to have a big game tonight, Troy, but just because of that Washington game, he only had 7 points. That's probably a subpar performance for him. I look for him to kind of establish, get going early, and ride that momentum through the rest of the game. So I look for him to be aggressive offensively.
They got so many other weapons as well, and probably too many to name right here, but let's start also with Jackson Edwards, a guy who's 6'6", a senior, averaging nearly 11 points per game, a guy that will probably call his name quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, averaging over 10 points a game. He's a high flyer. He's put some highlight reel throw-down dunks there on the tape, and he does a really nice job, very athletic. Again, you got 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", and they keep coming at you. Interchangeable parts. You can do a lot with that from an offensive standpoint, and you can, make him go inside, outside, and interchange him. Fascinating options for Coach Delaney.
We're going to get to the keys to the ball game, but let's look back at Cathedral this year. They got off to a great start. They lost to a team out of Ohio back on December 4th in a big matchup against Warren Central. They won that one relatively easy. Now they might play Tech coming up on Monday night. If they do, that's a team they lost to right here earlier this year, but they lost recently to Carmel 71-57. So they haven't had the success against some of the old big dogs out there that you might expect at this point, but still very, very dangerous in this one.
Still very dangerous, and that's going to give him some drive, right? They're going to remember that, remember those close losses, and give him some motivation knowing that, hey, a couple plays here and there, maybe some change in momentum, maybe that leads to a different outcome. So they won't forget those losses, and they can use that as motivation as the season wears on.
Give me the keys to this one tonight. How do you look at this one? Is we going to be up and down the floor? What do you expect?
Oh, I think so. I think it'll be an up-and-down game. I think for Cathedral, they need to start off fast, get some confidence, and really kind of squash any momentum that Attucks might have. I think, keep moving the ball, stay out of foul trouble, and knock down your free throws. I think a big key for Attucks is that mid-range game, not getting all the way to the rim so you can avoid those big guys. You have senior leadership, you have a senior backcourt. If they rebound defensively, get a nice defensive rebound, one of the things that Attucks likes to do, they like to set that long outlet pass for easy transition, and Christian Nunn can finish at the rim.
By the way, they shot 25 three-pointers in that win against Washington, made 9 of them. Are we going to see 25 threes tonight?
Yes.
All right, so we're expecting the Fighting Irish to put the ball up quite a bit here in this opening game. We'll take a timeout. The tip-off is coming up next. This is the City Alliance semifinal game 1 right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back at Tech High School, a reminder this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Here's how the Attucks Tigers will line up tonight. Demetrius Jenkins, a 6'2 sophomore, wearing number 0. Christian Nunn, a 6'4 senior, he wears number 1. Latrell Williams, a 6'2 senior, wearing number 3. Desmond Briscoe, a 6'7 freshman, wearing number 11. And Chris Hurt is a 5'10 freshman, number 12. For Cathedral tonight, it'll be Sincere Germany, 6'2", and a junior wearing number 3. Jackson Edwards, 6'6", and a senior, number 10. Tayshawn Comer, 6'2", and a senior wearing number 12. Jake Davis, 6'5", and a junior, number 15. And Jerron Tibbs, 6'4", and a junior, number 22. The Fighting Irish in their all-white, and Attucks in their dark uniforms. Could be a track meet tonight. What do you think?
It could be a track meet. Both teams like to pressure. Both teams like to attack It's a modern-day motion offense for both teams where it's 5 guys out, maybe 4 out, 1 in, where they attack off a ball screen. They try to get to the paint off of the dribble, off of the bounce, and then from there they look to shoot the 3 or create contact and get to the free throw line.
Let's go downstairs. Keith Myers.
Fellas, it's interesting. We have 3 top officials, and you saw the lady over there. You're going to see 2 ladies tonight, going to be outstanding officials, going to look for a great game.
All right, thanks, Coach. And the tip will be won by the Fighting Irish, and we are underway in our first semifinal matchup. That is Comer with the basketball. We'll keep an eye on him. A 3 by Davis on the way and good, and Jake Davis gets things started tonight for Cathedral.
Well, right in rhythm, Troy caught it. And again, 2 or 3 steps behind the line. These guys, they don't need it's not close to get up to the line, right? They can shoot it from 25 easy. And a nice start for Jake Davis.
Attucks will get the basketball for the first time. That is none, and they're going to get him for a travel in the first turnover of the ball game here tonight. So the Fighting Irish will get the basketball back. You know, the one thing about Attucks is, too, they don't want to fall down too much in a ball game like this because this is an Irish team can put some points on the board.
And they can do it in a hurry, and they can do it like that with that 3 ball.
That time it was Comer missing, but the rebound by Davis. Another opportunity here for the Fighting Irish. Now would be considered their 3rd possession of the ball game. Here's Davis once again. He averages almost 11 points per game. Drive down the lane and 2-handed dunk by Jackson Edwards, the 6'6 senior.
Jackson Edwards, that high flyer we talked about at the beginning, and right away a timeout here by Attucks.
But I want to remind you once again that today's game brought to you in part by Serenity Care Services, an Indiana licensed service agency. They're friendly and experienced and a team of caregivers you have been seeking. Contact Angela at 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services, serving Indianapolis and the 5 surrounding areas. Well, great start if you're a Cathedral fan. I'll tell you what, if that Edwards dunk doesn't get you going, nothing will.
Well, and to top it off, you've had a really nice 3 by Jake Davis. I really like how Cathedral is attacking the middle of the defense. That allows the defense to collapse and gives you plenty of options to kick out for a 3 or hit a big guy on the block.
Hurt, just a freshman, ball loose, turnover, lead pass down the floor, and stepping out of bounds will be Jake Davis, but a turnover by Attucks, their 2nd. And by the way, Chris Hurt, just a freshman, they're going to go after him pretty quick.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable, try to speed him up. That's what pressure does. Make him uncomfortable, try to speed him up, try to get him to turn the ball over, and 2 quick turnovers there by Attucks.
Yeah, Hurt guarded there by Comer, got away with a travel at this point. Baseline drive by Hurt, feeds inside, missing the layup is Briscoe. Ball loose in the corner, goes out of bounds. It'll be Fighting Irish basketball.
Tough to miss those bunnies when you're that close. Probably Briscoe was a little surprised that he was that wide open, but it was a nice penetration by Crispus Attucks, just couldn't finish at the rim.
Yeah, Briscoe averaging 10.8 rebounds per game. I'm sure we'll see plenty here tonight. That's Tayshawn Comer giving it off now to Edwards. Edwards stops top of the key, left side on the wing, back to Comer. Got a nice screen, will drive. Wide open is Edwards. He will drive as well and is called for the travel. 2nd turnover by Cathedral.
A good call there. He just caught the ball and picked up his pivot foot before he put the ball on the court. Traveling violation leads the Cathedral. Their 2nd turnover.
Attucks still looking for their first points of the ball game. We're nearly 2 minutes in. This is Demetrius Jenkins way out front. Very, very close defense. Yeah, look how far that offense is forced outside.
Yeah, Cathedral's defensive pressure is really evident here in the early going. Coach Delaney has probably stressed that before the game. They're trying to take Attucks out of what they want to do offensively in every form.
So Chris Hurt will receive in the backcourt, gets the high screen there by Briscoe. Ball loose, goes out of bounds, and the officials say it was touched last by the Fighting Irish.
Excellent ball pressure on the perimeter. Again, we kind of mentioned that at the pregame. That ball pressure allows, for them to take chances because they're so big inside that they can cover up those mistakes.
A lot of contact, blocked shot underneath by Edwards. Here is none. Can't get anything off on the shot. Jenkins drives, turns it over. 3rd turnover now for the Tigers. Back there the way we go. Edwards in the corner now to Germany. Back once again to Edwards. He'll pull up just inside the three-point line and bury the jumper. And Edwards now has 4.
It was a nice pull-up mid-range game there. He was able to get to a comfortable spot right there at the elbow, 15 feet. Rise up high and knock it down. Nice play there by Edwards.
Early 7-0 lead. As you see Latrell Williams, a double-digit score, looking for operating room now, drives, throws a wild shot off the glass. Edwards the rebound. Quick outlet pass. Tibbs will drive, lays it off the glass. Play at the rim, nothing there. And the rebound by Jenkins. Outlet pass will find Hurt. Hurt will spin away from the defense. Ball loose on the floor. Hurt able to get it back. Cross-court pass to Nunn. Nunn, the double team, now backs it away and they'll reset it and calm things down.
Right now, offense just seems really hard for Attucks. The length of Cathedral, the turnovers that they're forcing, the ball pressure, and Attucks is having a tough time. Going to have a substitution here. Maybe a change can help turn this momentum for him.
Demetrius Jenkins is out. Ron Rutland is in. Rutland, a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 9.7 points per game. Davis in the corner, penetrates. Will find Edwards on the wing. Wide open shot, no good from 3. Rebounded this time by Williams. Here comes Christian Nunn. Nunn, little Euro step, floater, no good. Nunn gets the rebound, put back, good, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 1.
Christian Nunn should be flexing on that play. That was a really good, strong rebound and going right back up with it, not hesitating. Got Attucks on the board for their first points.
Back in the ball game, Jenkins coming out of the lineup will be the freshman Chris Hurt. Foul's going to be called against Jackson Edwards. That is his first. And we head to the free throw line, Christian Nunn. We mentioned averaging over 21 points per ball game. And for Attucks, they finally get on the board nearly halfway through this opening quarter of play. Tibbs across the timeline, gives it up now to Comer. And now you see the Tigers go a little zone right here.
Nice coaching adjustments there by Coach Hawkins.
Here's a 3, the left-hander good. Sincere, Germany hits the 3. Their second 3 of the ball game. And it's now 10-3 lead for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, although Germany hit that, I like the change in defenses for Attucks. Give Cathedral a different look.
The kick out, the 3 at the top of the key, the other way good by Latrell Williams. Irish quickly push the ball up the floor. Davis back outside to Comer. Cross-court pass will find Germany. Launches another one off the back of the rim. Rebounded Edwards. Edwards thought about the jumper. Kicks outside now to Comer. He'll drive, scoop shot up and good.
That was pretty. He shot fake 2 guys and got around 2 guys on that one pump fake and able to hang in the air and use the glass. Nice job.
Lead back to 7. Losing the basketball. Williams able to get it back. Here's a 3 the other way. Ron Rutland. And all of a sudden now, Attucks' offense starting to pick things up.
Yeah, the Tigers now have found some rhythm. They saw the ball go through the net. Take a deep breath. All right, now let's go play basketball, and they certainly responded well.
Entry pass underneath. Nothing there for Tibbs. The kick out, Comer. He'll find his teammate Germany around the perimeter. That shot's going to be blocked as Briscoe got a piece of it, but the Irish will keep it. Here's Comer for 3, and Tayshawn Comer into the act in the three-point party.
And Troy, what we talked about at the beginning, that's the third person to hit a 3 for Cathedral. Just the balance is just really tough, and what an advantage they have.
Here's a drive, and Knapp, I was going to say, thought he was going to get away with a walk right there, but got Latrell Williams. Now the 5th turnover by Attucks here in the first period.
Right idea. He came to a jump stop, but just couldn't control that jump stop. That goes with that play fast. Be quick, but don't hurry. Be under control, but play as fast as you can under control.
Edwards will give it to Comer. Pull-up jumper from 3, no good. The rebound pulled down by Briscoe. Here come the Tigers back the other way, down 15-9. We're down to 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Ball goes out of bounds as Jenkins turns it over this time. That is now 6 turnovers.
A great defensive effort there by Cathedral. You notice how they kept the ball on the side, used that sideline out of bounds as another defender. Really, the offensive player had nowhere to go for the Tigers.
Right now, they're on pace to match that 30 turnovers they had against Chittard. The drive, right hand, no, and a whistle foul. That's going to put Jackson Edwards at the line for 2.
just another gear from the perimeter. He can go from 0 to 60 almost like a Maserati. He just went really quick there, a big quick first step, able to get to the free throw line.
That step and that Maserati speed reminded me a lot of Coach Keith Myers, didn't it, in his heyday?
Well, I'm telling you, yeah, he was like a streak.
Here's the free throw by Edwards. That one rims in and out. Coming into the ball game now will be Jackson Payton, a sophomore, number 23 for Attucks. And one of the changes as well, number 21, James Lewis, a senior. Well, what we have seen already is that the Fighting Irish going pretty much what they started with. Tigers still looking for that combination.
Yeah, Cathedral's pretty good with what they have out there on the corner, minus maybe one substitution. But they're pretty comfortable in their own skin, right, and who they are. And they've got a lot of interchangeable parts.
5 points now by Edwards as he hits the second free throw. Another near turnover, but Rutland with the basketball out front against Edwards. Rutland with a left-hand dribble. Here's a drive to the baseline. Nothing there for Nunn. Nunn penetrates now, and a whistle and a hand-checking foul called against the Fighting Irish. Looks like they got Sincere Germany for his first.
There was a nice spin move on the baseline there by Nunn. Made something really out of nothing and had a guy on the opposite baseline.
Well, but he draws a crowd, doesn't he?
He does, and he's a big, strong kid. If he gets his shoulder even with you, he's going to have the advantage because of that strength.
Fighting Irish, good defense. Here's a three by Lewis at the top. It went short. Rebounded. Back the other way we go. The drive all the way to the hoop by Comer, and the layup good. And you mentioned in the pregame he didn't have a great game in the last one, but he's got a good one going here.
Already at 7 points what he had against Washington. I just had a feeling that he would step up his game.
Hurt turns it over. 3-on-2 break. Back the other way. Two-handed dunk. Second one for Edwards tonight. And we've got a whistle on the floor, and they may say, listen, don't touch the basketball.
Little delay of game, possibly, but out in transition. Cathedral gets the defensive rebound, is able to push, and Jackson Edwards able to finish with his second dunk of the night.
That 12-point lead now the biggest of the night. Tigers basketball, another turnover. That's number 8. Back the other way go. Look out, a dunk this time by Comer. 9 points by Comer in the opening period. It's now 22-8.
And that all started with Jake Davis really getting in the passing lane.
3 no good the other way by Sutland, or I should say Ron Rutland. We head the other way in the fast break, and they'll get it back to Comer. 26 seconds to go in the opening period of play. Comer out front. They'll play for one.
I think we're going to get that 25 threes maybe at halftime, Troy.
Yeah, they've been launching them here in the opening period of play. That is Comer, guarded there by Payton. Comer drives, feeds inside, ball loose, picked up and shot no good by Tibbs, and that's going to do it for the opening period of play. 22-8 after one. Stay right there. This is City Alliance semifinal basketball on IndianaSRN.
Hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
22-8 after the opening period of play, and I think we're a little bit surprised by that, but let's take a look at this dunk at the other end. This kind of gives you an idea why Comer is such a great athlete, but this guy right here, Jackson Edwards, able to put that one down.
Yeah, he's been able to get out in transition. That's the second dunk he had. He had one earlier in the quarter where he exploded from the top of the key and got to the rim pretty quickly. What can you say about Cathedral as far as getting off to that awesome start? You got 3 guys knocking down threes. You got Tayshawn Coomer and Jackson Edwards off to a really nice start, getting over 7 points for both of them, and turning Crispus Attucks over at the Tigers here with 8 turnovers in the first quarter, Troy, and only 3 made baskets.
That's spells a long opening quarter this time for Attucks, and guess what? Another traveling call on Latrell Williams, now 9 turnovers. Well, this thing could get out of hand if they don't get that under control here very quickly.
It certainly can, and they just got to slow down a little bit and don't play as fast as the defense wants them to play, as they're able to execute there with Jaron Tibbs.
Yeah, by the way, Tibbs got the bucket. Davis got the rebound and the assist as we head back the other way. Left-hand shot good off the front of the rim by Williams as Attucks gets their first 2 points here in the quarter, down by 14. Baseline drive, Tibbs, nothing there. Kick outside. Edwards for 3, no good. Long rebound pulled down by Williams, and Williams will be fouled at midcourt. And looks like this time they got Jackson Edwards. That'll be number 2. That's a great pass inside. And tell you what, if you can offensive rebound, so many more opportunities. We saw that right there for Cathedral.
And he kept the ball up, right? It was a nice quick move. Once he caught the pass, nice soft hands, was able to keep the ball up and go up and finish. Exactly what you want to do when you're inside like that.
Here's Williams. Takes the pass from Hurt, hands it off now to Rutland. Rutland got a basket early. He's been cold since. Right side now to Williams. Pull-up jump over the left hand, no good. Battle for the rebound. Nunn able to battle in there and get it away from Tibbs. And a traveling call now on Hurt, and that is now 10 turnovers. You know, it's like you said earlier, they got to just calm down a little bit here.
Just calm down, and that's part of Cathedral's pressure that makes you do that, right? That pressure makes you got to go faster. You got to get around this guy, and you do want to attack pressure, but you have to do it to where you're under control. It's okay to dribble backwards. It's okay to reset. It's okay to reverse the basketball. Those are good plays too.
Derek Canadi's coming to the ball game now, number 4, just a freshman for Cathedral, getting some playing time here in this opening period of play. Entry pass Davis, looks opposite, wide open Germany. Back out front Comer. Comer drives, got hit, nothing there. We'll head the other way. Here's Attucks on the break, 3-on-2. Contact in the lane, offensive foul. He'll go against Rutland, his first.
Good defensive play by Kennedy there, just was able to establish position. He knew he was going to get hit, and he took that right in the chest, able to take a charge. Nice job. That takes 2 points off the board. A sure 2 points off the board for the Tigers.
Desmond Briscoe is back in the lineup. He was only out momentarily. They've got to have his size in there for rebounding purposes. As Cathedral with the basketball, that is Tibbs on the right wing. They'll work it around the perimeter, give it off down to Davis. Davis, left-hand dribble baseline. Good ball movement out front. Wide open Tibbs for 3, no good. Battle for the loose basketball, picked up underneath there by Germany, and another possession here for the Fighting Irish. Comer, crossover to the right hand. Good defense there by Hurt. As they're working out front, the 3 on the way, no good. That's Canady, can't get it to go. And we'll head the other way. Ball loose on the floor, and a kick ball is going to be called right here, and it will stay with the Tigers.
Good defensive possession there by the Tigers. Were able to come up with that defensive rebound and close out. I thought Cathedral did a really nice job of reversing the ball quickly, and Attucks was able to respond and get to the defense on the perimeter.
Well, the Fighting Irish 2 points, or I should say the Tigers only 2 points in the quarter. Tough fadeaway there by Rutland, probably the shot they weren't looking for. Irish quickly back the other way. Ball in the corner to Germany. He'll drive, and a blocking foul called against Rutland, his second. Well, 11 turnovers now for Attucks, only 2 for Cathedral, and you see Attucks really shuffling players in and out, trying to find a combination that'll hold on to the basketball and at least give them a chance to score. Here's Comer. Comer on his way to Eastern Kentucky to play college basketball. Misses that shot on the baseline. He'd love to have that one back. Here is Christian Nunn. Nunn will drive and makes it with a right hand on the left side. He has 5.
That's a big part of their offensive game, is just getting defensive rebounds and kicking it to Nunn. And Nunn's good at going coast to coast. He's strong, can get his head in front of you and uses his body well there. Created some space, or had some room rather, to create some contact. Able to finish.
Good ball movement in the corner. Wide open Germany for 3, and he nails it. Sincere Germany, his second three-pointer. He has 6.
Troy, what is about a left-hander that shoots? It just looks pretty.
Yeah, they can't trust them. They'll shoot it from anywhere. Here is Christian Nunn. Hurt, drives, no. Ball comes off the bottom of the rim. Davis, back the other way we go. Running the floor at the other end, and that's going to be Sincere Germany, and they'll get the goaltending call right there, and he has 8.
The ball didn't hit the floor when they got that rebound. That was really a nice play by Jake Davis. He was able to get it and outlet it. Coomer was able to throw it ahead to Germany, and they were able to get an easy basket there in transition.
5 minutes remaining in the first half. Christian Nunn with 5 points. They've kind of kept him in check so far here tonight. There's your high screen by Briscoe. Nunn's going to take it himself. Passes off on the right wing. Pull-up jumper. In and out, no good by Jenkins. Rebound. Fighting Irish will bring it to Comer in the corner. Here is Germany again, this time from the left side.
And that's his third one. 2 in the corner. This last couple of minutes, he's found a rhythm. And timeout.
We'll take a timeout as well. Biggest lead of the ball game. Cathedral leads it by 20. This is the City Alliance semifinals on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Don't forget to join us at halftime. Monica Maxwell will join us, the athletic director of Tech High School. She is also the tournament director. And Cameron and I will talk to you about the game. And I'll tell you, guys, I'm watching this, and you guys are doing a really good job.
Thank you. See, that means something right there.
That's swelled with pride. Thanks, Coach.
Glad we came tonight. It'll be Attucks basketball. Now we see a little zone defense here by the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, kind of a 1-2-2, able to match up on the perimeter.
Here is Nunn, the drive and the shot. That was a tough one to make there for Nunn. He has 7. By the way, Jaden Malachi's come in now, a 6'6 senior for the Fighting Irish, so they just stay big down low.
Just interchangeable parts, and here he comes to set a ball screen. It's something that the Irish offense really features.
Comer for 3. Boy, you got to step out on him as Comer hits his second 3 of the ball game. 35-14 here as we come up on the 3-minute mark. Nunn with the basketball. Again, the Fighting Irish stay in the zone. We saw Attucks on the other end go from zone back to man as they're trying to force turnovers at the other end. Bounce pass inside, stolen away. Germany now with a steal. 12 turnovers by the Tigers. Comer shoots it. He misses. He might have gotten fouled as he comes back and commits the foul on Christian Nunn. They were ready to run the floor.
They were, and Troy, I thought you called that great. I thought Comer maybe got hit on the wrist or elbow here. It came up a little short, but this is the one we see on the instant replay where they go under the ball screen. When you go under the ball screen, that gives you plenty of room to set up, take your time, get your feet under you, get your dribble rhythm, and launch it and knock it in.
And he did. So now Tigers basketball. That zone extended out beyond the three-point line. High pass to Williams, nothing there, back to Hurt.
I'm sorry, Troy. The advantage, though, of having this kind of a 3-2 or 1-2-2, you already have someone in the middle to protect that high post. That's where you want the ball against, or to go against the zone.
Here's a 3 out front as Williams misses it, and then stepping out of bounds will be Comer. The only thing I was going to mention is almost a 5-on-4 because Chris Hurt only averages just over a point per game. They kind of back away from him.
Yeah, they can sag back off him and give him some room to shoot, kind of dare him to shoot, right?
There's a steal. Tibbs back the other way. Tibbs will dunk it. Tibbs has 4, 13 turnovers now by the Tigers. And they'll quickly come back the other way. Here's Williams back outside to Nunn. Biggest lead of the ball game now, 37-14. This is Williams. No again as they continue to be cold. Out on the run. Here come the Fighting Irish. Easy layup by Sincere Germany. 39-14, and they're putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah, Germany averages 5 points, has 13 on the night, including 3 threes. It's just defensive rebounding and transition. Cathedral's defense has really dominated the game, whether it's creating turnovers or defensive rebounds and running out. That's pretty much the story for this first half.
That last shot by Jackson Payton needed to go about 20. It went 19. And so now the Fighting Irish back with it again. Only 6 points scored in this quarter so far for Christmas Attucks. Here's Germany again from 3. Shoots the air ball. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jake Davis. I think the Irish are meaning business, aren't they? I mean, they're doing about everything right.
They are doing everything right, and they're playing with confidence, playing quick, forcing turnovers.
3 back the other way, no good by James Lewis. The senior has checked into the ball game, but the ball knocked out of bounds on the rebound by the Tigers. Back over to Cathedral. Don't forget, we'll have our halftime show coming up. We'll go back downstairs and hear from the guys. Special guest coming up as well. Here's Germany on the drive, gets bumped, leans in, shoots, misses, and the rebound by Payton. Bounce pass the other way. Lead pass now to Nunn. Nunn will drive. Offensive foul on Christian Nunn. Pretty easy call that time. Good position underneath.
Yeah, he did his Euro step, but he really did. Usually a Euro step takes you to a side of a defender. Davis had a really established good position and just took it in the chest and was able to take the foul, charging foul. Nice play by Jake Davis.
There is Sincere Germany, by the way. He steps out of the ball game. He has 13 points, if I'm not mistaken, here in the first half of play. He's had quite a half.
He has had quite a half, only averaging 5, so it's been a good offensive showing for him, knocking down threes and in transition.
Comer will find Jake Davis, his second 3, and right now they're playing about as loose as you can get. Everything falling for Cathedral in the first half. Open up with 22 points in the opening period of play. Shot missed by Nunn. Long rebound by Payton. Bounce pass back to Nunn. Nunn one dribble. Stripped out of his hands. It goes out of bounds. And Comer thought it was going to be off a Tiger, but we're going to stay right here. Take a look at this last bucket.
You know, Troy, as we see Jake Davis in the corner, we said kind of earlier how offense was kind of tough for Attucks. It's not tough for Cathedral, right? I mean, they're not forcing things. The ball's not sticking. It's moving. They're playing really well as a team, and it's showing they're knocking down open shots as well.
That is Briscoe who gets fouled off the inbound. I haven't seen a whole lot of fouls either way here in this first half. Foul's going to go against Jaden Malachi, his first, and here's Desmond Briscoe. This kid's only a freshman. I'll tell you what, the guy's averaging nearly 11 rebounds per game. He's got a long and bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, Troy, I think it took me a month to get 11 rebounds, so that's pretty impressive to think that he would get 11 rebounds as a freshman. You know, I mean, it's a big, strong game. You know, from coming from 8th grade to that varsity level, and that's pretty impressive. And he's got 4 years left, as Coach says.
Second free throw missed. Fighting Irish with the basketball. Comer, nice feed to Malachi. Blocked inside by Briscoe. Back the other way we go. And stripped out of the hands of Christian Nunn as LeBron Goff is coming to the ball game. Got a piece of that one, and we're going to go to the free throw line here once again for Nunn. Well, they like to run the floor. There you see the foul.
That's great hustle by LeBron Goff for a freshman. He sprinted from half court to catch up and try to make a play on there and made it hard for Christian Nunn.
Nunn with 7, his second trip to the free throw line, and he misses the front end of 2. The Attucks will have a lot to talk about at halftime. You see their head coach right there. Doesn't have many answers at this point, but that's why you play 2 halves, and that's why you go to the locker room and do the adjustments you need to do. Second free throw good. So now we're down to our last 20 seconds to go. Let's see if the Fighting Irish will play for 1. It appears that'll be the case. Here's Comer. Feeds it now to Tibbs, and a traveling call on Tibbs, only the third turnover for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing Coach Delaney can kind of not be happy about here from this first half. We want to hold it for one shot and have a turnover here with under 15 seconds.
So Christian Nunn, will he get the last shot here for the Tigers, or will he pass it up? They'll work down on the baseline, the quick kick. Here's Peyton for the jumper, can't get it to go. We have made it to halftime, and Cathedral dominating this one right now, 42-16, holding Attucks to 8 in the first, 8 in the second. But Clark, I'll tell you what, I was very impressed with everything Cathedral did in the first half.
Everything they did from the first half, from offensive to spreading you out, sharing the ball, being able to get whatever they wanted. They knocked down threes. They're getting contributions from players that are only averaging 5 points a game. Really just an overall fantastic first half by the Irish, including the defense, holding Attucks, who averages 68.3 points a contest, to just 16 points, 8 in each quarter. They won the second quarter. Cathedral did 20-8. That's, to me, the story of the game is the Cathedral defense.
Yeah, Sincere Germany, 13 points. Tayshawn Comer with 12 to lead the Irish in the first half. We'll take a timeout. More coming up. Our halftime show is next. This is the City Alliance semifinals right here on IndianaSRN.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
You're good at making big announcements.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Halftime score, Cathedral 42, Christmas Attucks 16. Coach Myers has a special guest here at halftime.
Yes, I do, and she's lovely, and she's the best, and it's Monica Maxwell. She's the athletic director at Tech High School and the tournament director, and you've had a lot of basketball games today.
We have. This is the 3rd game of the day. It's been a long day, but some good basketball game played.
I noticed that you took a nap between the JV and the varsity game. They woke you up, but when we came in, you were at the door ready for us. What did you think about the coverage so far?
I think it's pretty good. In between games, I chose sleep over food, right? So, but I think the coverage is good. I think the crowds have been good and exciting. I'm excited about what's to happen on Monday.
Talk a little bit about the transfer from Hammond to get this job. This is a dream job, but as we talked about off air, man, it's a 24/7 day job all the time.
Yeah. So this is my 11th year as an athletic director. So I came down here from East Chicago, ironically enough, though I've lived here for 20 years. So I came home. So I'm happy to be home. I went from driving 2.5 hours every week to driving 2.5 miles.
And she's only 30, guys, so that's even outstanding. Talk a little bit about the tournament, because this tournament is like none other. Everybody gets excited about this tournament, and Monday night this place will be sold out.
Absolutely. I've run sectionals up at East Chicago, but that doesn't even really compare to what this is. I mean, there's a lot of talent in the City Alliance, and I think on Monday all eyes are going to be on Arsenal Tech and what the City Alliance has to offer.
And we are so excited to be the exclusive, and we just signed a 2-year deal, so the City Alliance ADs gave us the thumbs up on Tuesday. We're really excited about that. Thank you very much for your hospitality today.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you guys being here.
Halftime score. Thank you, Monica. Halftime score. As I bring in Cameron, I tell you what, AD's always busy. The two guys up there, I noticed they're eating some popcorn and a hot dog.
Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, they're enjoying themselves right now, but they had a good first half because this game was moving pretty quickly, Coach. They talked about the need for Cathedral to get out and move quickly. I'm not sure you could have moved any quicker than that.
Yeah, we talked about turnovers and all those things. I don't think Attucks, before they got their feet wet, they were already down by 7 or 8 points. Tough. It's a tough hole. You can get it done, but you got to go almost perfect tonight.
The guys talked about it too. They had 30 turnovers in their last game. That was a win. This one, they look to be on their way to more of the same as that game. If you were Coach Hawkins, Attucks is already out on the floor. It was a quick halftime speech for them. What was Coach saying in that locker room?
For Attucks, where's your heart? Play with your heart. Finish, play with your heart. It don't matter what scoreboard means. Play with your heart. What do you got to do? Represent us well. Now, talking about the 30 turnovers. Troy coached this game. He had 30 turnovers. His team's had 30 turnovers every game. So he's used to seeing 30 turnovers.
That looks like throwing some shade up there to the booth there. Coach, talk to me a little bit.
I could never beat Troy, but I could always slam him with his word.
Absolutely, right? Talk to me a little bit about what impresses you most about what Cathedral has done, scoring 42. They're up 26 points at halftime.
Balance of the floor, knock down the three-pointers, and we haven't seen everybody on the same page. It's funny, you look at the sidelines, and Coach is still upset because he traveled or he didn't take the block or he didn't take the charge. That's pretty good coaching. I love that. Jason Delaney does a nice job. But they just need to relax. What they cannot do is stop playing. You got to keep playing.
How do you keep your guys motivated when you're up by this much and you still got an entire half to play?
The bench. Pretty easy.
Simple as that, right?
Pretty easy.
Now, we talk about how this game is going. It looks like Cathedral's well on their way to making it to the final on Monday. Let's talk a little bit about our second game that's coming up here after the conclusion of this one between Tinley and Tech. What are you most excited about with that one?
Well, we don't want to blow all of our post game, but I think the Tinley-Tech game, I think it's the crowd. I think this crowd will start building. The one thing about this community of Arsenal Tech is people come back because it's Arsenal Tech. So I'll see what the crowd will look like, because that crowd, if it's close, that crowd can put you over the top. I have seen that many times in this gym. I've never won in this gym, and a lot of that is because of the crowd.
Man, you never won in this gym?
Never won in this gym. I haven't won in many games, I mean, Scott Flatt from Covenant Christians, 2 wins away from 200. Our good friend Bobby Brown is 10 games away from 400. Both of them have 300-plus wins more than I did. So, when you only had 3 wins in your career, it's pretty good. That's why I got in the booth.
Definitely. Tell me a little bit about what you think has to happen for this game to become competitive at all. I know you talked about what Crispus Attucks needs to do for themselves. How are they able to keep Cathedral at bay and not let this become a total blowout?
I think the first 3 minutes is the key. What you do those first 3 minutes, what the score is in those 3 minutes, and see how well you see how you chop that down.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. You're watching the Halftime Show on IndianaSRN, the exclusive home of the City Alliance.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
back at Tech High School Cathedral, you see the big lead right here. And you heard the guys at halftime talk about getting back into this one. I think what Keith said is very true. You got to come out and play with some heart now. No matter what the end of the score is going to be, you still got to come out and play 16 minutes.
And maybe not even look at the score, right?
Yeah.
Just play the game. Just play the game and not worry about score or this, that, and another. But go out and execute. Do what you're supposed to do on offense. Do the little things really well. Block out. Take care of the basketball. And you know, you got some seniors in the backcourt. You know, let them control the pace. Let them get to make senior decisions and see what happens. But like Coach said, play with some heart, play with that pride. And I'm sure Coach Hawkins didn't really – I mean, there wasn't a lot of whole X's and O's that you can do when you're down 26 at half.
The other thing, Clark, and you know this being a former coach as well, is that when you look out there, you go, listen, we got to build for the future now because we've got a lot of games to play before that tournament.
A lot of games to play, and playing against a talented team like the Irish, who's going to throw talent there regardless of time and score. You know, that's very beneficial to all those teams.
Irish basketball to open up the quarter, and near steal early there by Christian Nunn. They'll have to do a little more gambling here in the quarter to try to get some points on the board. Take a look at Tibbs with the basketball. Here's Davis, gets the screen from Comer, and that is an offensive foul. Kind of leaned his shoulder in, and, you know, there is an emphasis a lot this year on making sure, and I think you and I talked about this in previous games, they got to stay within their body and not lean and stretch out their arms and legs.
It's almost either the guy with the ball, if it's a ball screen, or if it's away from the ball, who's setting up the screen. They got to come shoulder to shoulder. It's not also on the screener a lot of times. He's trying to get that contact to get that advantage, but it's also on the ball handler or whoever's cutting to make sure that they go shoulder to shoulder as well.
Tigers basketball for the first time here in the second half. Rutland gets the start here in period number 3. He had a three-pointer early. Drive there by Hurt, feeds it off now to Williams, and Williams will hit the bucket. He was on the line, so that'll be a 2. He has 6. Comer, nice drive to the basket and a whistle and a foul. Tell you what, that first step he took right there was really, really quick.
Quick and long, right? He covered a lot of space. He went from outside the three-point line to about the free throw line. So, you know, that's about 4 or 5 feet of just really exploding to the basket.
Irish will inbound the basketball, just underway here in the third. Nothing there. Skip pass will find Sincere Germany of that great first half. Here's Davis. He's going to launch a 3 off the back of the iron. Long rebound by Williams, and ball knocked out of bounds from behind by Germany. It'll stay right here with the Tigers.
And to Coach's point, Troy, at halftime, if you're Cathedral, you have to keep playing.
Yeah.
You can't relax. It is a big lead. You've held them to 8 points each quarter, but you still have to be aggressive on your end and do what got you this big lead.
Rutland with the basketball, and a turnover there as it's off the hands of Williams. And you're exactly right. The way I look at it, too, is I know that the other two teams are watching. And I want to put a little exclamation point in a game like this to say, you know what, we're going to be ready for Monday.
That's a great point, Troy. You're absolutely right. These other teams are going to be watching, and you're going to make a statement here at the beginning.
Air ball from the right wing, no good there by Williams. Offensive rebound. That shot rolls around the rim, no good. Ball tipped up off the miss by Rutland, goes out of bounds, and we're going to stay right here as well. You know, you see, and you're talk about, the teams let down, you get up to a big score, and I don't like that. I mean, I want my kids to play hard every minute, no matter what the score is.
No matter what the score is, to keep getting after it. Dive on the floor, keep doing little things that made you successful. You're exactly right. Those little things add up to big things.
Attucks will lose the possession arrow after the inbound the basketball. So far, only 2 points scored in our first 2 minutes of this third quarter. Here's Nunn off the drive, leans in, no. Rebound battled for, loose on the floor, picked up by Edwards. Edwards down in numbers, he's looking for help. Has Davis on the right wing. Back once again to Edwards. He'll step inside the three-point line, hit the jumper. Jackson Edwards now with 9.
He's really comfortable, Troy, with that mid-range game. I've seen him shoot a few threes and not connect, but from 15 feet, he's got a nice soft touch.
A lot of contact underneath. That'll be a blocking foul on Edwards. That'll be number 3 on Jackson.
That was a good call by the official. He tried to get there, was a little late. Also, I think he was a little too far underneath the goal. A nice drive by Latrell Williams to draw the foul and go to the free throw line.
Williams at the line for the first time tonight. Attucks has only been there. This is the 4th trip to the free throw line in the first 3 quarters. Williams now with 7, right behind Christian Nunn, who leads the team with 8. Second free throw is good. Back to a 24-point lead, and it'll be Cathedral basketball. Tibbs looking for help, finds Davis at the left elbow, behind the back dribble, drives in, contact, basket good, and they'll get Desmond Briscoe, and we go and 1.
Nice change of direction dribble by Jake Davis. Got going to the right, behind his back. That way the ball was still in his left hand. When he was able to shield the defender with his left hander. You see behind the back, change directions, keep it in his left hand, absorb the contact, and get it off the glass.
You know, Coach used to have hair like that too, but been long gone. Free throws on the way and good.
He would look good in that, though.
Well, I noticed a couple of times he's standing next to Davis saying, hey, I look just like you at one time.
That's right. And with that tie, you know, he'd be dressed to the nines.
So it'll be Tigers basketball. Nice drive. I'll tell you what, Rutland should have finished that one off as that shot short by Williams. I'm not sure why he passed it away. Comer back the other way, drives in the lane. Nothing there. The kick out. Germany will find Tibbs. Skip pass, pull-up jumper, little floater in the lane, good. Kennedy with the jumper, and he gets his first 2 points, and we have a jump ball back the other way, and this will go over to the Fighting Irish.
Nice play by Kennedy. He was able to get into the middle of the lane, jump stop under control. Boy, I like it when there's penetration in the middle of the lane. Everything has to collapse, and it's a great way to attack a defense, whether it's a man-to-man or a zone.
Want to remind you, following this game, we have the other semifinal, Tech and Tinley. How about this young man? Just a freshman. Kennedy back in the lane again, has 4.
And to your point, Troy, we just talked about how, you know, getting young players in for Cathedral, it could be really a positive for them to gaining some confidence halfway through the season, extending that bench.
Here's Williams. Boy, they're having a difficult time handling the basketball. Williams picks it up, gives it to Nunn way out near the midcourt circle. Nunn guarded there by Tibbs. Now draws that double team. They've really kept him in check in this ball game here today. Crossover drive, floater with the left hand, no good by Hurt. Back there the way we go. Tibbs out on the run. Tibbs will take it himself, and a whistle and a foul called against Rutland, his 3rd.
Defensive rebounding in transition.
Boy, and they get it and go, don't they? I mean, they just do not. I mean, they can send a guy, but these guys are capable of taking it themselves.
And it's whoever can get the rebound, right?
Yeah.
You've got guys that have multiple skills at multiple positions that they can get a rebound and go. That's kind of that NBA mentality, right, where you just get it and go and be fast and create easy offense.
A couple of changes. Demetrius Jenkins, who started the ball game, back in the lineup now for Attucks. Amari Easler is in the lineup as well. He wears number 22. Easler, didn't see him in the first half of play. He averages 6.3 points per game. Tibbs with a free throw, rims in and out. High for the rebound, Briscoe. Lead will stay now at 32. Across the timeline, here's Hurt. Hurt with a left-hand dribble to the circle, now terminates, gives it up now to Jenkins. Jenkins in the corner to Easler. Easler, one dribble, he turns it over. That'll be number 17. Back the other way we go. Here's Comer on the drive, basket good and 1.
Wow, that's an athletic play. Not only the catch, but to avoid the defense, absorb the contact, and get the N1 opportunity. Just transition basketball. It's been an answer for Cathedral as far as offense. That and their three-point shooting all night long.
Tell you what, Eastern Kentucky's getting a pretty good player right here in Tayshawn Comer. He will be in the running for Mr. Basketball in the state of Indiana when it's all said and done, and he'll definitely be an all-star. Second free throw missed. Comer with 14. They're going to trap out front, force another turnover. Lead pass to Comer, and he'll lay it in. but lays it in with authority.
No finger roll there, Troy. He came in with the hammer.
A 35-point lead now, and a blocking foul called there against the Fighting Irish. They'll get Tibbs.
You know, Troy, at the beginning of the third quarter, as we see this still, nice throw ahead, and Coomer's able to size it up, cup it, and throw it down. I thought at the beginning of the third quarter, I thought Cathedral defensively was just kind of relaxed. They put some subs in, and the pressure's picked up as we see a steal there.
Back the other way, and the young man himself, Kennedy, with another bucket, has 6, all in this quarter, just a freshman. Baseline jumpers off the front of the rim, missed by Briscoe, quickly out on the run. Tibbs will find his teammate, Germany, blocked underneath by Briscoe. 2-on-2 break the other way. Little floater with a left hand, no good by Easler. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. And we're going to see Malachi come back in for Cathedral.
I thought that was a good choice by Amari Easler. If he would, I think maybe if he came to a jump stop, he had a little Jimmy Chitwood one leg up on that one. If he came to a jump stop, got his body under control. But I like the decision.
By the way, with the lead as it is, the mercy rule in effect here in high school basketball. Missed shot, rebound, no good. As Easler can't get it to fall, the rebound Malachi, and here come the Fighting Irish again. Tibbs will find Kennedy open for the shot, missed it inside. Malachi misses that one. Tigers on the rebound. Here's Williams, high off the glass and good. He has all their points in the third, and they've only scored 6. Kennedy with the basketball, nothing there. Here's Germany. We're going to head downstairs after the finish of this third quarter as Malachi can't hold on. 6 turnovers now for the Fighting Irish. LeBron Goff is back in for Cathedral. Kennedy will sit down after a nice quarter, and we're going to see change here as well. Number 21, James Lewis, a senior now in the ball game for Crispus Attucks.
You see Coach Delaney giving Kennedy a little instruction there. This is what valuable time for him, and he's played some really well third quarter, got penetrating inside in the middle for a few of his baskets.
3 from the corner by Payton, no good. Another 3 after the offensive rebound by Williams, and he has been the only offense they've had in this quarter.
Yeah, give him 13 on the night. First player for the Attucks in double figures. And that's an excellent way to get a 3. He's after an offensive rebound, had his feet set, caught it, and shot it right in rhythm.
Fighting Irish will play for the final shot here in the third quarter. Good look at Comer off to Goff. Goff will drive with the basketball. Comer, 3-pointers on the way. No. Rebound Malachi. Malachi back to Goff. His 3-pointers no good, and that's going to end the third period. Cathedral dominating this one, 58-25. Let's go back downstairs. Coach Keith Meyer standing by.
Well, I had my popcorn. Cameron, you can't take my popcorn. You just can't. The popcorn award is given out the end of the month, Troy. I think we got a new winner. I think Tech High School just gets the popcorn.
I think so too, but I think I might win. Taking it from you is not an easy job either.
Well, wait a minute. See, the job line, it's me, my popcorn, and then you can't take my popcorn. But, Troy, I think Tech High School could very easily win the award. It will be on our website at the 31st of January.
You know, by the way, I'm surprised if you get your hands anywhere near food when Keith is there that you have any fingers left.
Well, I did bite his finger because he took some of my popcorn. But other than that, hey, real quick, fourth quarter, you made a good point about the mercy rule. I think it's a great rule, your guys, to start up there as we're playing in this right now.
I do. Clark, I think you'd agree with me that that's probably – I can't wait until they put the shot clock in, which I know Keith really loves the shot clock idea because we're going to have any 23, 22 ball games anymore.
No shot clock.
It's coming.
Might be a matter of time, Coach.
All right, Attucks basketball as we begin the fourth quarter of this first semifinal game. Cathedral looks like they're going to advance. That three is way short. Offensive rebound, no, by Jenkins. And the rebound, Tibbs. Here come the Fighting Irish. This is Edwards with the basketball, bouncing to Malachi. Right-hand shot, good. He didn't have a great angle, but Malachi gets his first two.
To your point, Troy, that was a perfect description. He didn't have a great angle. He was below the block, couldn't really use the board, but somehow is able to muscle it up. Nice play by Malachi.
Williams has his shot blocked underneath by Edwards. Irish try to run. Tibbs loses it. 7th turnover now for Cathedral. Here's a three from the corner. That's going to be good, and there's Williams again. All their points in the second half by Latrell Williams. Tibbs will drive. Germany for three, no good. Long rebound in the corner by Jenkins. So now Tigers basketball here in the 4th period of play. He'll drive. Jenkins way short on the shot. Lead pass intended for Malachi, and he throws it away. Take a look here at this last three in the corner by Williams. I was watching Coach of Cathedral. Hey, guys, come on.
Make good choices.
Three, and that's going to be a two. He's on the line as Latrell Williams does it again.
That's 14 points for Williams in the second half alone. Like you said, he's got all of the points here in the second half.
Looks like we have a 30-second timeout on the floor, and we do want to remind you today's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. They have you covered. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business, call Pat Cherry to get a quote today, 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all of your insurance needs. Mark the number down, 317-884-8046. I think it was a great timeout right there, Clark, because, again, we talk about things get a little bit sloppy here, there, and really just run your sets, and if you get a bucket, great. If you don't, let's run some time.
Well, in that situation, Coach Delaney, as I was watching, Jackson Edwards got the rebound, and Malachi was out in front, wasn't even looking for the ball. There was already a couple of Tigers back for Attucks. Just wasn't a good play. Kind of forced it. Didn't need it right. Just now you play the game. The clock's your friend. You want that clock to run as you have a 30-point advantage.
If I'm Jackson, I'm saying, why isn't he looking? Gave him a great pass. Tigers basketball. I think he got the message across because they've gotten down playing defense again, but another great shot. I tell you, Williams just having a great second half.
Yeah, that's 20 for the game for Williams, 16 here in the second half. He's been able to just stay aggressive, but notice how he's playing within himself. He's getting wide open threes or getting to the lane, but very under control.
Fighting Irish basketball. Tibbs trapped out front. Skip pass will find Goff, who's entered the ball game. Now they'll be Germany on the drive, double teamed on the baseline. Looks to give it up, turns it over. 9th turnover for Cathedral. 2-on-2 break back the other way. Right hand layup good by Jenkins, the only other player for the Tigers to score in the second half.
Nice job by Jenkins as far as creating space. I love how he just extended that play, kept it on his right-hand side.
Here's Germany for three, and he answers the call. His first three, in fact, his first points of the second half, he has 16. Here's Williams. Again, we have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Williams trying to find an opening against Germany, nothing there. Hands it off now to Lewis. Lewis says, I'll shoot a three. Misses it, and the rebound by Tibbs. Tibbs across the timeline, ahead to Germany. Sets for another three, short. Offensive rebound and a foul as Goff will go to the line for two. Take a look at this Germany three-pointer. Tell you what, those, again, you're right about those left-handers, just so smooth.
It is so smooth, and when he catches it in rhythm and is able to have some room and space and just go up, it's a pretty natural jump shot for him.
Well, Clark, I mentioned, I think might have been the broadcast we had with you before, that there's only about 2% of them left. There's only 2% of the redheads left in the world, too, so they're rare.
That's a rare combination.
Bunch of changes here now for the Irish again as they bring Jake Davis back in. Also, see who else it looked like Comer's back in the lineup as well. Second free throw rims in and out. Briscoe back in, gets the rebound there for the Tigers. By the way, we haven't seen Christian Nunn in quite some time. Pull-up jumper, this a nice shot by Payton. But Nunn has not played. I don't think he's played really in the second half, has he?
He started the third quarter, but once he probably went out about midway through the third quarter, and I think that's when Latrell Williams has kind of taken over, and it's been the Latrell Williams show.
Shot short by Comer, but another offensive rebound for the Fighting Irish, and now Comer will back it up near midcourt, and they'll reset it there.
I think it's really pretty basketball when Cathedral reverses that the basketball around the perimeter, and they really move the ball. It kind of reminds you of the little Golden State Warriors, skip passes and the ball moves, it doesn't stick. Very unselfish group.
Comer to Davis, launches a three, missed it, battle for the rebound, and a tie-up as Payton gets tied up underneath. Kennedy is back in the lineup. Nice job sneaking in to tie the ball up. Game 2 of the City Alliance. We'll have it for you right here on IndianaSRN. Kennedy coming off that screen. Comer will set, now take the basketball way out near the logo as he's guarded there by Lewis. Comer, nice drive, left hand no, tip up no, twice by Goff. Ball loose in the corner. It'll be Cathedral basketball and then a turnover. Number 10 now for the Fighting Irish. As we head the other way, that'll be number 20 now by the Tigers. Comer lays it in, and he's going to get fouled by Lewis.
It's Comer with the finish. That gives him 18. There's 6 here in the second half. Kind of wipes away that 7 points he had last game here against Washington. So he's had a really good night, able to finish. He knocked down 2 threes, so he's had a really good ball game.
Comer's going to shoot the free throw. If he makes it, he is done for the night. Looks like Gabe Rodriguez will be in. And the free throw is good, so Comer's night is done.
You don't miss that on purpose, stay in the game?
You know what? I thought of that too. I'm going to miss this thing just so I can play a little longer.
I mean,
right?
One
little free throw is not going to hurt.
That's right.
Tiger basketball, 67-36, and there's the 21st turnover. It still baffles me as the Irish have the ball. Here is the left-hander Germany missing, but a nice rebound, Goff, and Goff will lay it in. It still baffles me how the Tigers turned it over 30 times in their last game against Chittard, and they still won.
That's a lot.
I can't figure that one out. I know Coach is talking about all the teams I had turned over 30. It just got to be habit after a while. They thought that was part of my offense. Well, Coach, you always said giving is what you should do, and we head the other way after a turnover. Goff will lay it in. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. We'll head back the other way as Luke Hearn will come in, a 5'11 senior. Jaron Conway, a 6'3 senior, comes in the lineup as well for Cathedral.
Good subs here by Coach Delaney. Give these seniors some run here at the end of semifinal game.
Coach is going to get a chance to talk with Coach Delaney following the ball game. Shot off the back of the rim by Goff. Tigers on the run the other way. And a blocking foul called on the drive by Lewis. And they're going to get Conway for his first.
Lewis looks like he carried that ball. He was going to get a first down on top of finishing. He had that cupped and secured.
Thought I was watching the Bengals and the Titans there for a minute.
Remind me of High and Tight from Remember the Titans.
That's right.
Keep it high and tight.
Well, hopefully he does play football, right? Free throw good. Lewis on the board. So Cathedral, they're going to advance to the championship on Monday night, a game you can see right here on IndianaSRN. Fighting Irish basketball. Baseline shot is on the way, no good by Rodriguez. Offensive rebound. Kennedy brings it back outside, gives it to Hearn. Well, they'd like to get these guys in the scoring column if they can. Nice drive, reverse layup, good by Luke Hearn. That's a nice move.
Nice move. Way to use the basket to create some space and protect the ball away from any of the big guys and shot blockers and finished. Nice play by Luke Hearn.
Underneath pass will find Lewis. Take another look at it.
Yeah, I got a step ahead and just kept going. Almost a reverse Mike, and so to speak, and able to use that left hand. Nice shot.
Better be careful. The youngsters are going to go, what's a Mikin? Shot is short. Lead pass the other way. Peyton, and Peyton will be fouled by Goff.
The Cathedral with a couple of freshmen in there with Goff and Kennedy. Future looks bright there.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players that are going to be back. They're going to be really strong when that tournament rolls around. It'll be a fun team to watch. So here is Peyton at the line for the first time tonight. When we're done here, we have the post-game show coming up. Make sure you stay tuned for that. The Family Source Insurance post-game show. Coach will have special guest. Second free throw's missed. Ball caroms out to Goff. And we're down to the last 15 seconds. Run down some of the numbers when we're done with this one as well. And Clark will give us some of his thoughts. Also maybe a little bit about what he thinks of the second game tonight. And that's going to do it. Cathedral wins this one 73-38, and again they will advance to the championship game on Monday. The Irish now 12-4. They've now won 6 out of their last 7. Attucks has a 4-game losing streak snapped, and they fall to 9-8. But Clark, it was really no doubt pretty much from the beginning.
Yeah, they jumped right off the bat. Led 22-8 after one, and extended that, almost duplicated that in the second quarter. And I thought the key then, after they've established that dominance, was a good third quarter by the Irish. It kind of started off a little slow, but then they gained momentum and extended the lead. They won that third quarter by 7 and extended it to 58-25, got to that running clock, and it was a great game by the Cathedral Irish.
By the way, Tayshawn Comer, 19 points. Sincere Germany with 16. Jake Davis with 9. Now let's go downstairs. Coach Myers has Coach Delaney as his guest.
Coach Delaney, all around great game, and it was a quick start.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that kind of plagued us this year, and that's why we're trying to become consistent. We've struggled with some starts, and it's cost us ball games, and so that was the big key tonight. To get out here and get to a fast start, and it starts with those 5 guys that start the game. Like, they've got to set the tone. They've got to be leaders to make sure that everyone else is following suit.
It seems like it's Attucks Cathedral for the city championship, or knock each other off. You got them knocked off. Now you got to watch 2 other teams, and both of them are very good ball clubs.
Well, one's already beat us, so yeah, they got our attention. And so, we're both really good programs. Tinley has a win this year against LN, and so whoever it is going to be a battle on Monday night, and that's what's so great about this city championship. You've always got 2 really good teams going head-to-head, and just in my 6 years of being at Cathedral and my time at Tech, we've had double overtime games. I mean, we've had all types of great games, and so Monday night's going to be another one.
For our 6th year, you did a good show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll see you Monday night.
All right, sounds great. Happy to be there.
Coach Delaney from our for Cathedral. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our post game show. How about that, guys?
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back here at Tech High School, game one in the books, 73-38. Clark, your final thoughts, and then tell me, what do you think about game two?
Well, final thoughts for this game. I thought Cathedral dominated right from the outset and really didn't let up. Attucks was pressured from the beginning, turned the ball over, kind of got uncomfortable, and Cathedral with their three-point shooting and defensive rebounding that led to easy transitions was able to take advantage. As far as tonight, wow, we got a doozy. As Coach Delaney said in the postgame, Tech's already beat Cathedral back on December 18th from 80-73. So that will be a big challenge for Cathedral if Tech comes out of that ball game. But don't discount Tinley. As Coach said here in our pregame show, Cinderella, these guys can play. A young squad, a small school, but they've beaten some really quality teams on their schedule. And looks like going to be a good competition for this second game.
It's going to be fun. Cathedral wins the first game. They win it 73-38. It'll be Tinley and the host, Indianapolis Tech, coming up in a few moments. Thanks for being with us. Game one goes to Cathedral. This has been the City Alliance semifinals right here on IndianaSRN.